And welcome to the Lax All-Stars North American Invitational as we bring you the final game of day one, and it's going to be between the Seneca Marksmen and the Vermont Voyageurs. Hello everybody, my name is David Bowie, and we are here in beautiful Onondaga, New York, just south of Syracuse, as we are about to conclude day one of this invitational, showcasing off NCAA and international stars, hopefuls for the scouting of NLL. As we are just moments away from the opening face-off, the Seneca Marksmen in the blue with white flames and the Six Nations flag bearing the back of their jerseys. The Vermont Voyageurs in the white and black with the giant V's across the front of their jerseys. And this will be the last contest of the day. David Bowie here to bring you the broadcast as we are about to start the opening face-off. As we are set. Keep those excitement levels up, everybody. It's the last game of the day. And here we go. Let's drop the ball. Let's get some face-off action. Looks like the referees just want to get everything all adjusted before we start. And there we go. And the face-off is won by Vermont. So they will get to make the first move as Kyle Baker has it on the far side to give it to Grant Whiteway. Whiteway back to the far side. And Jake Rick takes a shot, and that's going to be saved. And it's already a penalty. It's going to be a slash against the Seneca Marksmen. And it looks like that's Lucas Beaver. Will serve the 1 minute minor. Again, minor penalties are 1 minute and major penalties are 3. They've been abridged here for this North American Invitational. And here come the Voyageurs on their first power play of the game. Great passing around from the Voyageurs, trying to open up the lane. That's one pass that just didn't quite get on the mark for Whiteway. Still tries to take a shot. One-timer attempt. Not there. Last 5 seconds left. Quick shot, one-timer, and that's saved. As Gage Stevens makes the save, and now we're back in transition. As the Voyageurs are now on the attack, but they are shorthanded for another 15 seconds. Frank Thompson just fighting off a man. There's a shot. That's going to be saved by Alex Fortier. A netminder for the Voyageurs. Garrett Niami has it on the far side. He'll get it off to Grant Whiteway. Whiteway over to Rekonoxy. Loose ball, and it's going to be retrieved by the Marksmen. Back to even strength now. And things are going to be slowed down a little bit for the Marksmen. Emerson Stevens takes a shot, and that just goes wide right, but recovered by the Marksmen. And a shot from behind the back is going to be shouldered aside by Fortier. And he'll corral the ball and give a nice outlet pass to Kyle Baker. Baker trying to direct traffic, shoves on the brakes, gets it back to Whiteway. He's got it at the point. He'll give it to Wagger. Trevor Wagner trying to find a lane. He's got one. Takes a shot. That's going to be saved by Stevens. Great entry to get into the slot, but an even better save by Stevens. It's still scoreless after about 3.5 minutes into the first half. Quick shot, that just goes high, wide, and out of place. We'll need a new ball as the Voyageurs will start their rush. And already seems to be a delayed penalty call against the Marksmen as there was some slashing going on in front of the Marksmen bench. So a very undisciplined penalty. Let's see if the Voyageurs can make with it with the extra attacker. Whistle still hasn't blown yet. Here's a chance out in front in the slot. Go from behind the back. That just goes wide, but still kept in, and the shot clock violation will run out. But a slashing call by the Marksmen will put the Voyageurs back on the power play. And that's going to be number 28, Bryce Williams, the guilty party. And every coach will freak when you take that kind of undisciplined penalty, not even involved in the play whatsoever. And now you're forced to kill the penalty for a minute. Voyageurs trying to set up their attack. Ball on the near side, now to the middle. There's a long shot just way wide, perhaps intended for a pass, but not to the mark. There's a one-timer and saved by Stevens. Back the other way, possible breakaway chance. Here we go. Brett Logan shot, and that's going to be shouldered away by Alex Fortier. Voyageurs now settling it down. 32 seconds left on the power play. As we're waiting for the rest of the offensive unit to come out. Wagner in the slot, takes a shot, tries to bounce it in. That's going to be saved. Now back the other way. Here comes Seneca. And they're going to slow it down just a little bit. As Lucas Beaver now has it on the far side. He'll get it to Parker Jimison. Jimison trying to turn the corner. He'll get a pass in. From behind the back, it takes a bit of a cross check as he goes down, but able to recover the loose ball. But now the Voyageurs have it. Now we're going to go back the other way. Harry Worth just getting slashed all over the place and has to dump it off to Garrett Naemi so that way he can get off the bench. Traditionally, defense not meant to really join the rush, but he's able to buy enough time for the rest of the offensive unit to come out. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Fires a shot, score! And the first goal of the game goes to the Vermont Voyageurs as a huge rifle from Grant Whiteway puts them on the board. 1-0 Vermont. He just absolutely rifled that at the point. Caught him opposite of the short side. Able to beat Stevens. And it is 1-0 here as almost 7 minutes have elapsed here in the first half. Face-off won by the Voyageurs. Here's a quick strike chance, and that's going to be saved by Stevens. Back the other way, here comes Seneca. A delayed penalty call coming up against Vermont. Extra attacker now coming on. A little bit of shake and bake action. Tries to center pass to the extra attacker, but not there. 7 seconds left. 6 seconds. And the shot clock will run out. However, we will get a Marksman power play. And we will see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be an illegal substitution for Vermont. So that will be power play to the Marksmen, as Luc LeBlanc will serve the penalty. Quick shot, and Looks like a legal check from the back, so that will turn over the ball to the Voyageurs. Had a good time, too, because now they have possession of the ball and can eat up a little bit of clock. Vermont trying to take it around. That's 2 men forechecking on one, and they can do so considering it's the power play, and there's an extra man out there. Ball's jostling over the place and finally recovered in the defensive zone of Seneca. They'll begin the rush, but only 6 seconds left on the power play, so not really much action on this. And now we're back to even strength. There's a shot and score! Jonah Mohawk scores just after 2 seconds of the power play has expired. Not going to go down as a power play goal, but I don't think he's going to care that much as he sniped out the top corner and is now a tie game 1-1. And again, that snipe was with authority. It was a rocket shot. I don't know if the goaltender really saw that one, but it hit the top corner. Perfect placement. Couldn't get it really any better than that. Look at Jonah Mohawk actually is the goal scorer for that one. Nonetheless, they are tied up 1 apiece with 5 minutes left to go, and an over and back call will go in favor of the Marksmen, and a quick shot in transition is going to be saved by Fortier. Vermont entering the attacking zone. Naomi kind of loses the ball from a stick check and able to pass it off before the over and back occurred. Vermont slowing things down a little bit. Can't slow down too much as there's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Wait, there's a shot and save. That ball ricochets all the way out and be collected by Brett Logan. Logan, centering pass, here's a chance shot, rings it off the post. Oh my odd man, rush opportunity, and the goalie's best friend comes in to help out Fortier. That bounces out and did not go in, but the Marksmen still continue their attack. Lucas Beaver tied up a little bit, and there's going to be a holding call against Vermont. I believe Nick Godot is going to be the guilty party, and indeed it is going to be a holding call against number 28 of Vermont. As he tried to smoothly walk back to the bench, but the referees know who was the guilty party. And Nick Godot will serve 1 minute in the box for holding as Seneca goes back on the power play. Unsuccessful last time, but really scored a couple seconds after. There's a quick shot and saved by Fortier. Thompson tries to go around the back and not quite on the mark because that's a tie. Chance from the point, save by Fortier, and he'll gobble it up. Long outlet pass to Peter Jacobs. Odd man rush. There's a pass, shot, save, rebound. Not corralled yet, and finally will by Stevens. And he'll get a long outlet pass of himself. Emerson Stevens tries to get, he has his ball shipped out. And now there's a battle for it along the near side boards in the corner. And the Marksman will come away with it. Jonah Mohawk with a shot. That's just wide right. 2:24 left to go here in the first half. Here comes Kevin Simmons, the lone man on offense. And he'll get it to his offensive unit before going back to the bench. Lob pass a little too long intended for Dan Holdridge. Here's a shot at the point. That just bounces just wide to the short side, but still remains Voyageurs' ball, but 3 seconds left. Here's a quick shot, and that's saved, and the shot clock will reset with Voyageurs' ball in the offensive zone. Long desperation pass back out to the point. Now Whiteway has it in the middle. Centering shot to the slot. Ball rolls away, and we're going to get a delayed penalty call, and it'll be called for slashing. That is going to go against the Marksmen. Let's just see who the culprit is. Couldn't quite tell who's got it. It was number 93 with the penalty. So the Voyageurs go on the attack on the power play. Nice shuffling around to really move the defenders. Just a quick shot and save. And the Voyageurs will have to regroup. Shot clock has been reset, however. 43 seconds left to go. 34 seconds left in the penalty. Centering pass, and reconsiders the shot. There it is, pass to the slot. There it is, here's a chance. Shot over top, and that's going to be saved. And a big check as Peter Jacobs absorbs one. And that'll end the shot clock violation. 9 seconds left to go in the penalty, but 14 seconds left to go on the clock. Marksman back to even strength, but now only 7 seconds left. Thompson trying to dance around. I think he's just going to hold it. He shovels it off, but that's not going to be on time. And that will do it for the first half. A very low-scoring affair as both teams are tied with 1 goal apiece. Jonah Mohawk scoring for the Marksmen and Grant Whiteway scoring for the Voyageurs. And that's your scoring summary for the first half. Low-scoring affair. 1-1 is the score after the first half. My name is David Bowie, and you are watching the LAX All-Stars North American Invitational here in Onondaga, New York of 2019, just south of Syracuse. Known for its mall and its famous carousel. It's been in that mall since, as long as I can remember. I've rode that thing many a time. And don't go away, though. These intermissions are very short. Only 2-minute intermissions in between halves, and we're already halfway through it. And we've seen a lot of penalties being incurred by both of these teams, but nothing really capitalizing on special teams. However, Vermont was able to score on a virtual power play as their power play expired and then scored 2 seconds later. So by virtue, it was a power play goal, but statistically does not count. However, special teams did affect the outcome of that. So discipline, I will guess, will be something that both teams will attend to a little bit more going into the second half as we are in the closing 20 seconds here of the intermission. My name is David Bowie, and I will bring you the broadcast for the rest of the way. This is the final game of the night of day one. The Seneca Marksmen and the Vermont Voyageurs enjoying a 1-1 tie, low-scoring affair. But there's been no shortage of offensive chances. We've seen fast breaks, breakaways, rocket shots from the points, and these goalies have been stellar here as we are about to start the face-off of the second half. Face-off won by the Voyageurs. And you could just hear those vicious slashes coming off the padding. There's a lot of toughness in these lacrosse players taking all these hits. The Voyageurs in the offensive zone. Cross rink pass. Out from behind the net. Comes Bordeaux. Bordeaux with a shot. That goes wide. Clock resets. Battle for just in front of the Voyageurs bench, and the Marksman will be able to come away with it. That's Brett Logan. pass. Here's a chance one-on-one. Takes the shot, and that just goes wide left. That's going to bounce all the way out. Will it cross the line? No over and back call as a referee says it was tipped. So play will resume. Clock resets now for the Voyageurs. Here comes a fast break the other way. A nice defensive play by Seneca to really stop that breakaway chance. Now a long outlet pass the other way. Here comes Seneca. Andrew Young. Low shot. That just goes wide left. And that's going to be an over and back call. So it'll be Voyageurs' ball as that ball did not hit anybody except for the half wall. Except I guess you wouldn't really want to call that a person. Voyageurs now in the offensive zone as Whiteway has the lone goal for his team. And he shoots it. He gets a second one. Grant Whiteway, what a snipe from the point. Low shot, able to get it in the bottom right corner. That's one heck of a shot. Sidearmed it in. Low angle. And just as I mentioned his name, he already scores the goal before I can finish what I'm about to say. Grant Whiteway now gets his second goal of the game, the lone goal scorer for the Voyageurs. Unassisted goal for Whiteway, his second of the night, and the Voyageurs are back on it. There's a chance, and that's going to be saved. That went off the left leg. Kind of faded away from that, too, so just good positioning from that back leg. Voyageurs back at it again. Whiteway looking for the hat trick. Instead, he'll pass it off to the slot. Here's a chance. And Naomi just gets knocked down. There's a shot. And I think there could have been a holding call there against Jonah Mohawk, but the referees disagree with me as there was some tie-up action happening in the slot. But play resumes. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Voyageurs in the offensive zone. Here comes Whiteway looking for the hat trick. Trying to go over top. Instead, he passes it off. And it's going to go back to Whiteway, but he's got a man from behind him. Almost boarded him, but eased up as Brett Logan very smartly eased up at the last second to not incur the penalty. There's a low shot and save. And back the other way comes the Marksmen. Jonah Mohawk. Here's a quick shot. Score! Just like that, the Marksmen come back with a goal of their own. I believe that was Anson Gardner who made the goal, and that's the equalizer. It's now 2-2. Jonah Mohawk gets credited with the assist on that one. And it is a 2-2 game. Here's the faceoff. And a 2-minute and a 1-minute cross-check penalty will be put on the Marksman. That's Lyndon Stevens, the guilty party. And we are a third past this second half. Lyndon Stevens again serving the cross-checking penalty. Vermont shuffling the ball around from behind the back, and that's going to be saved by the left pad. And you got to believe that save was just more body positioning than anything else. Long outlet pass, low shot, and it's going to be saved as Parker Jimerson made that low shot. It was 3-on-1. He had a solo mission. Tall task to ask himself. Now the Voyageurs come back the other way. Whiteway. One-timer, scores! And the Voyageurs jump out to a 3-2 lead, breaking the tie. As Whiteway made a beautiful feed to his man, who got the one-timer, Peter Jacobs, the recipient of that goal, and beautiful pass. 3 points already for Grant Whiteway, 2 goals and an assist. Peter Jacobs getting the goal credited for that one. Nonetheless, Grant Whiteway, goal scorer and playmaker. Oh, that's a huge push into the boards, but completely legal, as he was playing well within the realms of the ball. This ball, here's a chance, going from back and score! Lyndon Stevens able to crawl out of this corner scrum in the near side. Comes out and just fires a beauty, beating Alex Fortier. Just like that, a big response from the Seneca Marksmen. It's now tied up again. Now it's 3-3. And it was battle, battle, battle right in the corner. Not give up. Lyndon Stevens' effort and hustle paid off. Now we've got a tie game once again. And this has been the tale of the game. It's been evenly matched all throughout this contest. It's really anybody's game. I don't even know who to bet on in this case. The Voyageurs on the attack. Tanami. He tries to get it from the slot, and that'll be scooped up. And back the other way we go. Here comes Seneca, as Jonah Mohawk has it on the far side. Tries to pass it in to the slot as Parker Jimerson is met with 2 Voyageurs just kind of sandwiching him. Oh, there's a huge shove. A lot of hard hitting. Play will continue. And there's now a delayed penalty call coming up against the Voyageurs. Goaltender coming off. Of a long trot. Now the extra attacker is on, but that wastes precious seconds. 14 seconds on the shot clock, but it's now reset. Marksman shot. And that's patted away. Fortier pretty solid here in the last minute. There's a shot and it's deflected. Over and back call. And it will be an over and back. But I thought that ball actually ricocheted off a Marksman. But the official will say otherwise, and we will get a penalty. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be a holding call. And it looks like it's K.R. Jurgovich. That is the guilty party. So the Marksmen are back on the power play. Thompson. Sorry, that's Mohawk. Takes a shot, that's deflected. Now here's a quick break the other way. There's an odd man rush. Here comes, oh, that pass not quite there for Jeff McLaurin from Jake Rick. That could have been a goal and opportunity. I think only 2 men in the offensive zone as the defenseman not really coming up to help play this. That's really just the whole point, is just to shave off a bunch of time to kill this penalty. Now here comes Whiteway. He's a goal scorer. He takes a shot. Rebound. Shot. No goal, as there's a crease violation. So Brandon Spillett will not get credited with the goal. It is waved off. And now back the other way. Quick break. Shot. Score. John Williams, the recipient of a beautiful pass, just goes over top and beats Alex Fortier off the no-goal call on the opposite end, but we get a goal on the other end. That's a power play goal. That is now 4-3 in favor of Seneca over Vermont. .424 left to go here in the second half. You can bet that Seneca is breathing a sigh of relief just for a little bit. false start will now go in favor of the Vermont Voyageurs as they will come up with the ball. And muchly needed because they are down by 1. And let's see if they can come back and tie this game. It's been hotly contested in the evenly match. There's a shot, trying to go through 5-hole, but a save. Voyageurs again back on the attack with a new clock. There's a pass and it looks like it ricocheted off Connor Gates, but it'll still remain Voyageurs' ball in the offensive zone. Kyle Baker has it up the middle. Passes to the near side to Whiteway, but he can't handle the pass. A loose ball just to the right of the goaltender, and it just scoops right into his netting. Tries to make a long outlet pass, but maybe it was deflected, but it was well short of his target. And Brandon Spillett will start the attack. To Whiteway. Back out to the middle. Pass to the near side is not on the mark, but it is still scooped up by the Voyageurs. Oh, it is intercepted. Now we have a breakaway chance coming back the other way. Here it comes. Shot deep and saved by Fortier. He stuffs Lucas Beaver on the breakaway chance. Voyageurs now might be playing with a sense of urgency. 2:34 left to go here in the second half, and they're down by 1. Peter Jacobs, he's got one. Here's a quick shot. Save. Right in the breadbasket, and good job by the netminder to be able to stop that one. Long outlet pass. And another one on the mark. Almost a one-on-one chance, but not quite. Oh, he's just shoved right into the boards, and that's going to be a delayed penalty call. Oh, that was a rough going. As Jake Rick just shoved his man into the boards. Can't quite get a good look at who's stumbling off at the moment. But play will continue. Extra attacker is about to come on. And instead, we will just get a whistle as the Voyageurs touch up. It was a bit of a sickening thud that you could hear coming from behind the net of Alex Fortier. He could have had the best ears on that one. And it's just going to be a 1-minute minor for boarding. So the Marksmen will go back on the power play, and this is good news for them, considering a minute 49 is left to go here in the second half. They can have a minute to play with to pretty much just fight off the Voyageurs. Not the greatest time to take a penalty. Here's a quick little shot and score! That could be the dagger as Jonah Mohawk scores on the power play to extend the Marksmen's lead by 2 over the Vermont Voyageurs. Now Vermont isn't out of it yet, but again, it's a tough mountain to climb. 2-goal deficit in less than 2 minutes. It can be done, but it's going to take a lot of hope and a false start against the Marksmen. So the Voyageurs will pick it up. That's the first good thing that's going to come their way. Can they get another one? Ball triggers in behind the net. It'll be scooped up by the Voyageurs as Trevor Wagger tries a centering pass, but Whiteway not on the same page as him, but nonetheless he's able to scoop it up. Whiteway gets a pick. He tries to launch it, and that's going to go off the left pad. Whiteway tries to dive and try to get that ball. Now back the other way. Breakaway chance for Bryce Williams. Tries to go, he scores! Bryce Williams faked as if he was going to go from around his back, but instead goes short side and fools Alex Fortier and gets it through. And if that's not the insurance goal, I don't know what is. But now the Seneca Marksmen are up 6-3 here in the dying few minutes of the second half. And I think they're looking pretty good right now. I think they're comfortable for the victory here. And man, Bryce Williams had all the time in the world to make that shot. Marksmen haven't had a chance, and there's a quick goal back for Garrett Naemi. Garrett Naemi with a quick response right off the draw, and if they can do that 2 more times, they'll be right back in it. So don't go away just yet. Vermont, if they can repeat that once again, they'll have a chance in this game. But it all starts here with the faceoff. Pressure situation. Looks who's going to come out clutch in this part. And faceoff will be won by the Voyageurs. Loose ball. It's going to be picked up. It's fought around, and finally the Marksmen are going to pick it up. And that is definitely big for Seneca. 48 seconds left with a 2-goal lead. Seneca trying to hold on. And now there's a lot of pressure. There's 3 men on 1 to jar that ball loose, and finally it's going to come, or will it? And a whistle is blown dead, and the Marksmen will come up with the ball. And with a reset clock, too. That's the most important part. 27 seconds left, but 21 on the shot clock. So roughly about a 3-second differential in between the game clock and the shot clock. There's a quick chance out in front, and that's saved as Lucas Beaver tried to get a shot off. It'll be the Voyageurs' ball. Long outlet pass, nobody home. Whiteway able to pick it up. He's got to score now. Can he do it? And he will score! With 4.8 seconds left, Grant Whiteway able to get the hat trick. But there are 4.8 seconds left, and Seneca enjoys a 1-goal lead. You have to wonder if the faceoff man here is just really just going to just tie up his man. And timeout will be called by the Voyageurs. And if I was the marksman at this point, I would tell the faceoff man to really just tie up the Vermont Voyager and just trap that ball in between the sticks to really just wear out the rest of the clock. The worst thing you can do is lose the faceoff, especially cleanly. So you don't really have to do a whole lot if you're the faceoff man for Seneca. And a big pressure for the faceoff man for Vermont. They're going to have to send out their best man to be able to take this. And especially winning it cleanly, too. So you have to think that they're going to have to do a huge stick check in between. But you can't get too antsy and cause a false start. Because once you do that, the game is pretty much over by that time. So it looks like Luc LeBlanc is going to take the face-off for the Voyageurs. And a lot of pressure mounting on him for him to be able not only to win this cleanly, but get it quickly into the offensive zone. As you can see here, all the rest of the Voyageurs, all 4 men are out there. Even an extra attacker is out there as well. Let's see what happens. And he won it very cleanly, very quick. They could have a chance. Whiteway takes a shot, and it just goes wide. And almost perfectly executed. But the Marksmen will hang on with a 6-5 victory over the Vermont Voyageurs. And what a close game it was between these two teams. It was very evenly contested until the Marksmen were able to pull away, having a 3-goal lead, but the Voyageurs not trying to go away cleanly, get 2 quick goals of their own in the dying few minutes, but it was not to be. And the Seneca Marksmen get a victory here in the final game of the night here at the LAX All-Stars North American Invitational here in Onondaga, New York. My name is David Bowie, and thank you for joining us here on the first day of the Invitational. We will be back to bring you more footage for the second day. But for now, thank you very much for coming in and tuning in to the broadcast. My name is David Bowie, and we will bid you adieu and have a pleasant evening. A good night.